The look on your face told me we'd be alright. Walking down the sidewalk as we took a ride off a Riverside Drive. Wasn't something you said, you were so carefree. With all that's on my mind, used to find a way to get to me. I need a little sunshine. Oh, it's been a hard year. I had a lot of dark nights, yeah. And we're still waiting on some daylight to reappear. Na 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 na, smoke to clear. Na 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 na, I need a little sunshine. Got me staring at you. I was lost in a daze, waiting at the crosswalk, nothing to say. Asked if I was okay. I started to smile, couldn't help myself. Said it's been a while since I felt this kind of peace inside. I need a little sunshine. Oh, it's been a hard year. Had a lot of dark nights, yeah. And we're still waiting on some daylight to reappear. Na 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 na, smoke to clear. Na 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 na, I need a little sunshine. I found it in your eyes, right there on Riverside, a little sunshine.
Ladies and gents, nearest and dearest, welcome to the start of the new chapter of the love story of Travis and Rachel. I don't think I've ever heard a groom's first word to be shut up. But here we go. The start of a beautiful ceremony. My name is Kimberly Ormond and I'm a civil celebrant. Unfortunately, Tennille couldn't be here today, so many of you are probably not aware I am the third celebrant they've been handed to for today, so it is my honour to be here, to be able to be a part of your day. My job today is to make sure that these two leave as husband and wife. Before we begin today's ceremony, I would like to acknowledge the love and care from the parents, community, and the families that surround these two. They are honoured that you could all be here with them today. I would also like to acknowledge the land we meet, gather, and party on today is the Kaurna land. Always has been, always will be. This land has been used for gathering families together for millennia past, and as we gather two families today, we thank the elders past, present, and emerging for sharing this land with us and respecting their ongoing connection to the sky, sea, and waters. Well, firstly, family and friends, welcome to each and every one of you here today. Thank you for being here to help Travis and Rachel celebrate a pretty big milestone in their lives. Your presence means more than you know. It's a rare thing to have so many loved ones in the same space, particularly in this current global climate. And these two acknowledge just how blessed they are and how lucky they're feeling right now to have each of you here celebrating it with them. There's a lot of stories that have come out of the humble pub that sits alongside Henley Square. The old Ramsgate Hotel, if those walls could talk. They'll tell some interesting tales, that's for sure, including the real story surrounding the infamous 2002 post-showdown brawl between Mark Ricciuto and Josh Carr. But the most important story those walls would tell us have never appeared in the advertiser. They weren't shown on the 6 p.m. news and haven't become an urban legend. No, friends, the most important story of all happened one modest night in 2016. A balmy evening brings both of these two star-crossed lovers to the Ramsgate. Trav's there for a friend's farewell, and Rach is out for a night with the girls. Despite being there with his mate, something catches Trav's eyes from a distance. I know what you're thinking, but no, it's not the $7 pints. Instead, it's this radiant, beautiful woman who emulates sunshine, and Trav is hooked. The happiness that Rach exudes that night was palpable, and it was happiness that was missing from Trav's life at that point in time. The universe has a funny way of giving what you need exactly when you need it. So there's no question that this love story was always meant to be. It might have been the liquid courage doing its job, but the man makes no hesitation about confidently strutting up to the blonde bombshell he's locked his eyes on. He strikes up conversation, offers to buy her a drink. He is smooth and charismatic. Rach likes what she sees. He's well-dressed, genuine, and she's willing to look past the little drunken sway that he's got about him. All seems to be going well until Australia's dance floor bat signal comes on with a few iconic guitar chords. And Trav displays the same determination that he showed when approaching Rachel in the bar to making his way over to the dance floor to join the fellas for the eagle drop. Now, Rachel admits she normally waits longer than 10 minutes before she gets a man down to his underwear. So she knew right from the start that this wasn't her typical first encounter. Just as quickly as he left, he was right back by her side, and he hasn't really left it ever since. Their early days were natural and easy. Instead of elaborate and romantic first dates, they skipped the old married couple phase of their relationship and spent nights watching TV on each other's couches. This just goes to show how comfortable they were with each other right from the start. Don't worry though, Trav was still able to turn on his charm when it was needed. Their first official date saw Trav de-shelling Rachel's blue swimmer crab like a true marinara sauce soaked gentleman. Much to Rachel's dismay though, he has not shelled not even a single prawn since. Spending so much of their time together means that these two have started to share a little bit more and influence on each other. Travis, it seems like your patience has rubbed off on Rachel. She admits that she's a lot more tolerant since you've come into her life. And you've somehow managed to teach her how to get over things quicker and be less grudgy. Just a tiny, tiny bit. Rach is more in the moment these days, and she's able to find happiness and joy in all moments thanks to your positive influence. And Rachel, Travis's wild child past is no secret, but he's found so much joy in being at home when there's someone like you to come home to. His self-confidence has grown and grown with your support in his life, and he wakes up confident every day knowing that you will always be there to back him up. A big reason why Travis and Rachel were so compatible with each other right from the start came down to how much they trusted in each other. Rach trusted that Trav wasn't some kind of weirdo with an exhibitionist kink. And Trav trusted that Rach wasn't a stage 5 clinger when she moved to Melbourne with him just after 6 short months. Rach had to trust that Trav was when he asked her to wear sneakers on the beach walk the day he proposed. And Trav had to trust that the entire packet of pregnancy tests when Rachel told him that Cole was on the way. Their commitment to each other was evident right from the very start. And today we get to witness another leap of faith that these two are taking, hand in hand, together, into their future. So, without further ado, are you ready to get married?
Absolutely.
Let's do this. I am duly authorised to solemnise marriage according to law. Before you're joined in marriage, in my presence and the presence of these witnesses, I'm bound to remind you of the solemn, serious, and binding nature of the relationship you are now about to enter. Marriage according to law in Australia is the union of two people in love, to the exclusion of all others, voluntarily entered into for life. Now, despite being the government's definition of marriage, to Trav and Rach, it is a little bit more than signing a piece of paper. To them, it's about commitment. It's about being each other's best friend and biggest supporter, encouraging each other to be the very best versions of themselves that they very much can be. It's about sharing their lives, sharing their families and their last names for the rest of their days. Rachel, on this day, in front of your friends and your family, do you take Travis to be your wedded husband, with his messy half of the bedroom that closely resembles a raccoon's nest and all? Cherishing him in love and in friendship for the rest of your life, do you promise to love and accept him just the way he is, even though he is a total wuss when it comes to scary movies and you'll have to find someone else to watch them with? Do you promise to join your lives together through marriage, to laugh together, to work together, to raise each other up and never tear each other down, loving each other with all of your heart until the end of time?
I do.
And Travis, on this day, in front of your family and your friends, do you take Rachel to be your wedded wife, even with the double standards about dirty laundry and where it's allowed to hastily be stored, cherishing her in love and friendship for the rest of your life? Do you promise to love and accept Rachel just the way she is, even though she's always going to have that streak that makes her want to sleep in on weekends and waste a perfectly good Saturday morning every now and then? Do you promise to join your lives together through marriage, to laugh together, to work together, to raise each other up and never tear each other down, loving each other with all your heart until the end of your forever? The thing about marriages is that they aren't created by celebrants, priests, or government officials. They're not created by signing a piece of paper. Marriages are created by these two people standing in front of you here today. Marriage is a conscious choice, an action, a decision to put each other's first. It's what we say and what we do for each other. They're created by the small gestures, the big moments, the promises that you make to each other. And the way that we're going to create this marriage is by exchanging some promises that you've both written.
Want me to go first?
It's my wedding, I can do what I want, yeah? Hey, Carl. Whew. The first time I saw you, I thought to myself, this is what I need in my life. A beautiful girl that likes to have a great time, smiling and surrounded with people she loves. And that's what I got. It's time. I'm one lucky guy to be standing here today about to marry the girl of my dreams. You've taught me to love in a way that I thought I couldn't. You make my days brighter with your caring and loving ways. You inspire and encourage me to get the most from myself to make me a better person for you, Cole, and the people around us. I am and will be forever grateful of this. Marriage to me is a lifelong commitment to the person you love and ensuring every day we make that love stronger. I promise to do this every day for the rest of our lives. The last couple of years haven't been easy for us. With so much adversity, but also living our lives with our beautiful baby boy has made it that much easier. We as a team can do anything, and let's always remember this if the times get tough. I promise to tell you every day that I love you and mean it. whether it be a whisper when you're still sleeping, or seeing your beautiful eyes when you wake. I promise to care for you and come running for you whenever you need me, whether it be for a hug, back rub, or to get you something uncannily as I've sat down to rest for the evening. Spinal removal is also included. I promise to always make you smile and laugh when you need it most, or even if you don't. Seeing your smile brightens my day, and I know the reflection brightens yours. We're about to live in truth together and overcome any obstacles that we face as a team. I'm about to never take you for granted, but remind myself of the many reasons why I am so lucky to have you by my side. I swear I couldn't love you any more than I do right now. And yet, I know I will tomorrow. So long.
That's okay. Good. That was beautiful. Thank you.
Sorry, guys. Oh, this party.
You want to hear mine?
Yes, please.
Travis, I just want to start by saying I love you. When we met, I never dreamed we would end up here, but I'm so lucky we did. You're the most kind-hearted and loving person I know, and I'm so thankful to have you. You're my better half. You give me the courage to chase my dreams and try new things, and I can only hope to do the same for you in return. You're my biggest supporter, and you make me feel as though I can do anything. With you, I'm the best version of myself. I love how playful you are. I love hearing you laugh at all the silly things I say. And I love how, no matter my mood, you always manage to put a smile on my face. You are the best person I know, and I have loved seeing you continue to grow and change and become the best father you possibly can be. Our family makes me so happy, and I'll always be here to love and support you the way you have loved and supported me, especially these last few years. I know it hasn't always been easy, but through it all you have remained our strength, and I will forever love you and be thankful for you. I will always love you for everything that you are. I will always encourage you to chase your dreams, and I want you to know that you make me so proud every day. I promise to keep you doing your laundry, even though your clothes never make it in the basket. And I promise to let go of control sometimes and never go to bed angry unless you've really upset me.
Never.
I promise to laugh with you and sometimes at you, and I will try not to take this life too seriously. I promise I will dream with you, celebrate with you, and walk beside you no matter what life brings. I will always be your lover, your partner, and your best friend. Thank you for giving me everything I've ever dreamed, a home, a family, and now finally, a husband. Today's the happiest day of my life because I finally get to marry you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Despite all our differences, love is what we all share. It's the great unifier, a one universal truth, that no matter who we are, where we've come from, or what we believe, we know this one thing. Love is what you're doing right. That's why you're both standing here today, and that's why we're all here watching. We have all loved in our lifetimes, and we're reminded in this moment that the ability to love is the very best part of our humanity. Coming forward in a moment are some wedding rings. While sometimes they can be irritating, in summer your hands can swell and it can get a little snug, they're not there to be a physical item that keeps the flirty eyes off away at the pub. They're there to serve as a daily reminder about the strength of your relationship. Whenever you catch a glimpse of your shiny new bling, or whenever you're scrubbing food out of the little crevices when it's looking a little dull, be reminded that much like the metals these rings are made of, your marriage is precious and strong. And be reminded that the best is yet to come. Can Travis please have Rachel's ring? Cole? Cutest page boy ever.
Not cooperative, though.
Come on, Cole. still smiling. Thank you. If you'd like to take Rachel's ring. And just perfect. Travis, as you place your ring on Rachel's finger, please repeat after me.
Thank you.
Rachel, I vow to love, honour and respect you.
Rachel, I vow to love, honour and respect you.
In good times and in bad.
In good times and in bad.
With all that I have to give.
With all that I have to give.
I give you this ring as a symbol of my love.
I give you this ring as a symbol of love
And the strength and the trust that I have in you.
and the strength and the trust that I have in you. We'll get there. Perfect.
Fits like a glove. Rachel, as you place your ring on Trav's finger, please repeat after me. Travis, I vow to love, honour and respect you.
Travis, I vow to love, honour and respect you.
In good times and in bad.
In good times and in bad.
With all that I have to give.
With all that I have to give.
I give you this ring as a symbol of my love.
I give you this ring as a symbol of my love
And the strength and the trust that I have in you.
and the strength and the trust that I have in you.
And that, my friends, is how you make a marriage. By simply exchanging some words and exchanging some rings, we have just made Australia's newest husband and wife. We have some paperwork to sign in a moment, but before we do, I'm going to need you all to join me in making a whole lot of noise as I say the next few words. Travis and Rachel, it is my sincere pleasure to announce you married. You may kiss your bride. I will now ask the bride and groom, along with their witnesses, to join me in the signing of the marriage certificate. Congratulations, Travis and Rachel. You've done it. You've now signed up for a lifetime of each other, the good, the bad, the downright annoying. You signed up for a lifetime of Rachel's Jenga tower of dirty dishes that live in the sink, a lifetime of Trav's many laundry piles he's created around the house, a lifetime of Rachel's quick wit, and a lifetime of Trav's sarcasm, a lifetime spent with the best person you know, with the little family that you've created with Cole. Surrounded by the family you've chosen right here and the love you have for each other, you two have a very bright future in front of you indeed. And I'm sure everyone here can't wait to see what life has in store for you both. They wish you a lifetime of adventure and a lifetime of laughter, and a lifetime of love. Ladies and gentlemen, please be on your feet. Get those bubbles ready. And let's make some noise as I introduce to you for the very first time as husband and wife, Mr. and Mrs. Nusky.
I wonder if I'm just insecure, 'cause you pulled the trigger first and I was caught in the dark. If you and me were never meant to be, here we go, on to the silence. I can't show what it is I've been fighting on my own. And I know, and I know, I know. We're something to remember, it slipped right through our fingers. I want the good times back. It's the end of the night, when I can't seem to sleep and I'm turning, and I think of those times
Yeah, my name's Phil, the proud father of the groom.
Thank you, Dad.
Good on you, Trevor.
Nice and close, Dad.
Hang on. Firstly, I'd like to thank Gordon and Tammy. Gordon and Tammy for entrusting Trav to care and protect and love their daughter. Throughout his life, Trav has been driven to achieve goals, some great and others not so good. At one stage, this was to save money. He did this rather well until he visited with Luke in London. Somehow, that goal lapsed a tad. In his work career, he has strived to do better and achieve more, starting at picking up a job at API and ending up being a branch manager in Cairns. Since then, he has proved his worth and skills for a warehouse manager in several industries, now being involved with Puma, unfortunately though in Melbourne. We can survive, can't we? Hey. It is much... Oh, this is Rachel now.
Read the words.
I've been told to read the words. I'm under the pump here. It is with much love and happiness that we welcome you officially into all the Nuskies. Travis spent time searching for someone to share and complete his life with for the past 6 years, and that someone has been you. How sweet, eh? Yeah.
Keep reading.
Together you have moved, planned, holiday, laughed and loved. You have managed to be there for one another and complement each other, especially through the trying times of COVID. You have produced a wonderful little man in Cole. You stand here today together and strong. Now, this is where I get to impact words of wisdom as a dad. There are some phrases that are essential to having a successful marriage. Yes, dear. I'm sorry and I love you. Marriage is a journey of a lifetime. It is when you find the soulmate and promise to be there for each another in the good and not so good times. Come on, dear.
You get come on, dear.
I'm on a roll. I'm on a roll here, and you're.
Do you want me to walk away?
Unfortunately, you will be Unfortunately, you will have disagreements. But remember to communicate. It isn't all about speaking. It's all about listening. To do things from each other's perspective. We are pleased that you have been committed to spending and sharing your lives together. You have your own little family, especially with Cole, as well as having the extended families of the Nuskies and the Brooks. So continue on your lives, fill each day with happiness, joy, and most importantly, continue joy and the ride.
No. Happiness, joy, and most importantly.
I got it wrong, hang on. So continue with your lives, filled with each day with happiness, joy, and most importantly, love. Continue to enjoy the ride and congratulations. Yeah.
He's off to fill up his red wine, I reckon. No, it's on the side of the deck. So, look, thank you to Phil and Joe as well. That's fantastic. So, round of applause. Now we'd love to invite Gordon, who's the wonderful Rachel's dad, to come up and say a few words as the father of the bride.
Good evening. My name's Gordon, and I'm Rachel's father. Yo. I would like to family welcome everyone here tonight, especially family and friends that have travelled interstate to be here today.
No worries at all, Gordy.
Yeah, it's all right, mate. All good. Yeah. It means a lot to all of us. I would like, here we go. I only went to grade 3. I would like to say how proud I am of Rach. Here we go. Shut up. No, I'm all good.
You got it. You got it.
As a daughter and a father, a mother, Rachel is, what's that word? Someone who will set her mind onto something and will achieve with excellence. Rachel has already achieved so much. What's that word? Graduated uni to become a teacher. Pity she didn't teach me. Exceeded in all her teaching positions, but as most importantly, has become an amazing mum. To Landon, to Cole. I knew I'd eventually get it right.
He's actually wrote that as well.
Be more proud of you. However, I would just like to give my advice to everyone who may not know Rachel so well. Don't ever get on the wrong side of her. Although having raised her for 30 years, I am still yet to figure out which is the right side. Trust me, Rachel has a tongue that will clip a hedge. And anyone who knows my daughter knows how passionate she can be. Sometimes, of course, if things don't go her way, she can become a little too spirited. And in that situation, Travis, my advice would be for you to take a few spirits yourself. I'm not saying she's... What's that there? Here we are here.
Not saying she loses.
I'm not saying she loses her temper, but I'm pretty sure you'll be the one that finds it. Well, do love you, Rach. This is now the time when I would like to officially welcome Travis into our family. But the truth is, you've been a part of this family since the day we met. I would also like to say thank you and no refunds, Trav. She's officially yours. Hang on, I haven't finished yet. Well, I probably should have.
Lastly.
What's that say? Lastly, I would like to say, Rachel, you look beautiful, and I am so proud that you, Melissa, and Tiffany go through one whole day without arguing. No, not today. I wish you and Travis all the happiness in the world. Can everyone please stand? What's that say now? I'm starting to see through.
And raise a glass.
And raise a glass to the newlyweds. And also, Joe and Phil, cheers, mate. Love you.
Thanks, Dad.
So, I don't know anyone, but if anyone else knows, but the Fringe is on at the moment. And I think between Phil and Gordy, they could have run an absolute show tonight. So, well done to both of them. For a couple of dads who, let's be honest, that's not their go. They've spoke from the heart and they've both prepared a couple of speeches. I reckon Gordy didn't write his himself. He might have got someone else to write it for him. But he has had a real decent crack at that and he spoke from the heart and that was fantastic. So well done, guys. Both of you, genuinely fantastic. So we're now coming to the speeches that I really love at a wedding, which is the best man and the maid of honour, obviously. Obviously, there's a bit of a situation that's developed with Luke. So Luke, for those who don't know, is Trav's older brother. He's arguably more sensible. It's very arguable. I'm not sure how you want to tie that in, but anyone who's met both of them said there's not a sensible bone between the two of them. Unfortunately, Luke has been struck down with COVID and he can't be here today. And look, I'd like to just quickly raise a glass to Luke and acknowledge that he would have loved to have been here and he would have loved to have stood beside you today. In his place, we do have a speech. So can we get Trav another beer before he has an absolute cry again? For God's sake, Sword. I'll get it. Hang on. Bartender hasn't got it, so Rach is obviously holding it together again, but she's fine. So in the place of Luke, we'd like to invite Brad Finney up to have a couple of words. No, I'm just kidding, Finn. I just wanted to see you sweat for a minute.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I'm Grant Nusky. I'm the cousin of the groom and the best man, Luke. And in Luke's absence, the best man, he's given me a speech to deliver to you all tonight. I've had 48 hours to prepare. Not quite long enough to drop the 10 kilograms would have liked before getting up in front of you all. But I blame myself. I should have seen Luke bailing a few weeks ago. Because Luke is my next door neighbour. And a few weeks ago I saw him pacing outside looking pretty anxious. I checked in. Are you okay? He said, I'm feeling really nervous about this best man speech, Grant. I didn't think much at the time, but it's now clear how he's done everything he can to catch COVID and avoid public speaking. But in all seriousness, it's obviously very disappointing for everyone that Luke and his family can't be here tonight to celebrate this special occasion. We give them our thoughts and support for a speedy recovery. In the words of Luke, obviously it's a sad time for me to know that I wasn't here to celebrate this wonderful occasion. I have no doubt Rachel is looking $1 million today. And the ladies of the bridal party are glowing while they provide you support on your special day. It's been a pretty deflating week, but at the end of the day, it's not about me, and like they say, the show must go on. To many of you, Travis is the life of the party. But growing up, he was just Travis. He was a bit of a sook. We've seen a bit of that today, I think. and would cry to Mum that I was teasing him. But apart from that, we were close and spent a lot of time together. Unlike me, Travis, I felt, really excelled in school. He studied hard and was rewarded with good grades. In high school, he found himself a good group of mates with a condition of being a friend to have a shiny red car. I think I saw Cole with a shiny red car today, actually. So it's still going. It's great to see most of these school friends are here tonight. It's fair to say Mum and Dad were both very proud of the person Travis was growing up to be. Good grades, stayed out of trouble and saved up his money, unlike me. Who, Luke, was a C- student at best, wagging school, crashing cars, bumming smokes, and couldn't find $20 to rub together. For his 21st birthday, Travis came over to London to visit. And my gift was to take him to Amsterdam for the many cultural experiences it has to offer. I'm not sure what that is, but they included apparently some live shows. Exploring the Van Gogh Museum, or Van Gogh, is it? Van Gogh, Van Gogh, Van Gogh, Van Gogh. Yeah, well, having a unique vegetarian lunch. A bunch of hipsters. An amazing experience, but you both couldn't understand why the paintings were moving around a lot. Of course, I also tried out the old cafes and many herbal teas. In their last day in Amsterdam, they decided to get one more tea for the road before heading to the airport. About halfway through his tea, Trav said to Luke, "Wow, this is strong, you may not want to have it all." Little did Luke know that Trav had already had all of his. And Luke saw him get even whiter than his usually white self this day. It may have only been 4 weeks, but I think we went from being good friends and brothers to being great mates over that trip. On to 2016 at the Ramsgate Hotel. It must have been love at first sight, when Travis and Rachel's eyes first glazed upon each other from across the dance floor. This isn't in here, but apparently Rachel was impressed with how well you could scull a pint and dance at the same time. I recall how smitten Travis was early on as he talked about Rachel and the pride he showed when he described her to me. It was confirmed later that year how much they had fallen for each other when they decided to move in together over in Melbourne as they both started new jobs. If that was a test to see if they were meant to be together, it would be nothing in comparison to what was to come. In 2019, we found out the great news that Rachel and Travis were pregnant with Cole. Having a child is hard enough. Having a child in another city adds another element of complexity. Throw in a global pandemic with some of the harshest lockdowns the world has seen, and you had to do it without the support of family and friends. To be able to come through all of that and still want to get married to each other is certainly a testament to you both and a love you must share. Life has thrown you both a couple of curveballs, but you have come out swimming and knocked it out of the park. I have asked my kids, Alfred and Elijah, if there was anything else to say in this speech, and they both wanted to add that you are funny, nice, and caring, and we love coming over to stay with you and play with Cole. Finally, I'd like to offer some advice. I've been married close to 10 years now, and there is a thing or two I've picked up along the way. This advice may be a little hard to swallow, but I guarantee you will both benefit from it. Travis, it is really, really important that you recognise when you're being a nusky and when it's time to back down.
What do you mean?
I don't agree with that. And admit you're wrong. As the saying goes, happy wife, happy life. On that note, if you could all raise a glass with me and join me in wishing Rachel and Travis all the happiness in the world and officially welcome Rachel into the Nusky family.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you've all enjoyed Rach and Trav's big day so far. My name's Marushka. I would have thought that most of you might not know me, but from what I've heard throughout the night, you've all heard a story or two, so let's go with that. So Rachel and I, we met completely by chance back in 2015. We were at a hostel in London waiting to join a tour and meet a group and our tour guide and go on a trip of a lifetime around Europe. I looked at Rachel and I thought, this girl's probably not going to rob me. So I asked her to watch my suitcase while I went to the bathroom. Thankfully for me, Rachel not only didn't rob me, but also turned out to be an awesome travel buddy, and we became amazing friends as well. So almost 7 years on, we're still great friends, and we've had many fun times along the way. From first hearing about Trav when he and Rach first met, and then hearing, all about how they became a happy couple, and then getting to meet him and judge him for myself when I came to visit them in Melbourne. I knew that what they had was something super special. It always made me so happy to see my dear friend Rach had found her person. Their relationship has grown over the years, and I'm thankful to be part of their journey. Watching them become parents to the gorgeous little boy Cole was amazing. Now the icing on the cake is getting to stand by your side on your wedding day. May you feel the joy and love of this day through life's ups, downs, and everything in between. Rach and Trav, from the bottom of my heart, I'm truly so happy for you. It's my honour to be beside you on this day, and I hope you look back on it fondly until you're old and grey. Let's raise our glasses in a toast to the stunning bride and groom, Mr. and Mrs. Nusky. Short, sharp and sassy, that's all I've got. But yeah, let's all have a great night. Woo! Was that okay? Yeah.
Thank you, darling. Beautiful. Oh. Say car? Big car? Dad's car? Mum's car? No, Nick, thanks, mate. Like, your words mean heaps, and it's great to have you standing here today. It's bloody awesome. See if I won't cry. What are the odds, Nick? $1.12 for crying? Oh, shit. Hang on. Can you just hold that one for me, darling? Thank you. Just shines through when I can't see it. Hey, I'm Travis. So you should probably know me all by now, and if you don't, good luck for getting in unnoticed. Just going to make sure. No, I think I know everyone here. To be honest, I didn't really know where to start with this speech, so I thought I'd trawl the internet. After a couple of hours, I found some really, really good stuff and some bargains on Marketplace, but then I remembered what I should have been doing, and that was writing a speech. On behalf of my wife and I am going to have to get used to saying that. Would sincerely like to thank you all here for sharing our special day. We've both been extremely nervous leading into this day, and with some serious twists and turns only this week, we finally made it all in one piece. Just on that as well, we got married for the second time only probably about an hour ago, which was pretty exciting as well. So that's another story we can tell you later on. It is so lovely to see so many family and friends here today and to help celebrate one of the happiest days of our lives together. I know a lot of you have travelled a fair distance to be with us here today, so thank you all for making the effort. So we got our Melbourne crew. So Nick, we'll start off with you, our handsome MC, absolutely looking dapper, and his partner Lauren. We got Tom and Lisa. We got Flegs and Portia, Nicole, Vicky, Harrison and Caden, Donna and Dave, Jessica, David and Michael, and of course, my lovely bride, Rachel, and myself. We made it. We also have Hannah from Perth. Benny, Watson, Marushka from the Goldie. Jason, Joe, Tamika, Tyler and Tessa, a couple of T's in there, from Canberra. Ben and Tara from Arizona. The stars did align, thank you very much. And finally, Cowboy and Trudy from Newton. Unfortunately, I had some very close family members and friends that couldn't be here today and tonight. But we thank them for their support, and please let them know the wishing well was open for another couple of weeks. One of those members is my brother, who was supposed to be standing by my side today as best man. I thank him for putting the effort into putting a speech together, but I will inform you all today, many people don't know that Luke suffers from a rare medical condition that causes him to invent fanciful stories. He really does believe these stories to be true, and I thank you for humouring him during his speech. And thanks, Grant, as well, for stepping in and doing that. Firstly, I'd like to thank Tammy and Gordon, Rachel's beautiful parents, for many reasons. Thank you for raising such a beautiful daughter, perhaps pick of the litter. Sorry, Melissa and Tiff. But in all seriousness, you should both be very proud because she is something else. More on her later on.
Thank you for welcoming me into your family. It has felt so easy, and it's great that I can be myself around you guys and have a laugh. I would also like to thank you for your help and support leading up into this day to ensure we could have this stunning day and night. We'll be forever grateful. Gordon, I'm sure you'll get your money's worth tonight, but please don't burn a hole in the dance floor. I'd also like to thank my mum and dad, John and Phil, for putting up with me for so long. Thanks for all you have done for me over the years and your contribution to make today happen. I'd also like to thank you for what you do for Rachel and Cole, as it is simply amazing. It's great to come home into Adelaide, stay with you both, as it's just like being an all-inclusive resort stay with a building kids club. 10 out of 10. I do not have to lift a finger. It's amazing. And there's no complaints from me or Rachel. Rachel also thanks you both for teaching me so many things around the house. Washing, ironing, cooking, cleaning, showering. We'll stop there. To Brad and Jay, thanks for being with me today and the stitch up on my bucks. We won't talk about the bucks too much. It is great to have mates like you and people that I can always count on. Although we don't speak every week, I know our friendship is strong because we always pick up where we left off. That usually includes a fair few beers. To the bridesmaids, Melissa, Tiffany and Marushka, you look stunning and I can't thank you enough for getting Rachel there on time today, even though I always knew she would. We all know it isn't easy working closely with the boss, but hold your head up high, ladies. You've done a top job today. And lastly, to my beautiful wife, Rachel. I might just have a quick drink. I've been told no shoeies tonight. You look absolutely amazing. Rachel, I never knew what I was missing before in life I met you. I can't do it again, can I? Your love, support and friendship is unconditional and I love you so much for this. Thank you for being patient with me over the years. And supporting me through the lows and the highs. Thank you for putting so much effort into making today what it is. Thank you for being such a great mum to Cole. I couldn't be a luckier guy. And as I said in my vows today, I swear I couldn't love you more than I do right now, and yet tomorrow I know I will. I just got through it.
I'm trying to find the words to say, but you always take my breath away. So I swear to you I'll spend my life trying to tell you all the reasons why I love you till the day I die. Looking back at the night we first locked eyes, didn't think it would last the rest of our lives. And as the days and years fly by, I'll try and tell you all the reasons why I love you till the day I die. The way you kiss me,
the groom.